Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you are new, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more Marvel Snap content. Today's video is going to be about a low to the floor or low to the cost, low cost Affliction deck. Just been kind of playing around with Silver Sable, Selene, Surge, and like Grandmaster, and kind of just like seeing how it works. Now, I will say this deck is not perfect. It is a deck that will lose quite a bit due to like just how the meta is. However, when you go against certain decks, you kind of just bully them, and it's kind of strange because the MVP in this deck is something that you would probably not expect to be the MVP, but we'll talk about her when we get there. So the deck is an Affliction deck. It has everything to do with just like stealing power and inflicting, right? So you know what your counters are, like Luke Cage, right? So Silver Sable's here because we use Grandmaster and we can just kind of bounce her around and have her still some extra power and, play with her a bit. Just kind of troll your enemies. I love this unit. This unit is really fun to use. Really fun to use. We have Selene here because it is just kind of goofy when you use Luke Cage with her because like you steal 3 power from, well, I guess you inflict 3 power or inflict 3 negative power to both your hand and your opponent's hand. But since we have Luke Cage, we don't like care too much. It is just something that we can use to kind of like set one of their low cost cards back, and it can hit pretty funny things. We do have Surge. Surge is not necessary. I was just kind of running her to see how she feels. She's okay. I think you can replace this with whatever you want. Go bigger if you want to. It just, I like Surge, but she doesn't need to be in this deck. You could probably just put a Fing Fang Foom in this deck since you have Magik and feel okay with it. Or whatever big object you want to throw at your opponents. It don't matter. I just like her personally just because Surge is cool. Polaris is interesting. She can backfire, though, because we are running a rogue, and if she pulls rogue, well, unless you're hitting an ongoing target that's of value, it's kind of a waste pull. But other than that, no matter what you pull, you're pretty happy with it. Unless you pull Hazmat a little too early, that can also kind of suck. But, like, outside of those 2 things, she's relatively good. Grandmaster, because we have a lot of low-cost reveal cards that we can replay as long as they're in the center. I like using her as Silver Sable. You can use her with Hazmat as well, or use him with Hazmat as well. You kind of just do whatever you want. As long as it hits an on reveal, it should have some value and reproc their ability, which is kind of nice. Kind of a very good card, unironically. Luke Cage, because we're inflicting so much that we need to make sure we can keep ourselves cleansed of these self-inflictions. Just be careful with them because they could counter you. Magik, really don't need her, but I like her anyway. She's just here because if you get a bad location, well, you can just like kind of like get rid of that location. It's better than Scarlet Witch. At least you know what you're getting. And also, if you go to turn 7, it doesn't really matter too much. You can kind of just play on turn 7 and be relatively fine as long as everything's set up fine. You can kind of win your lanes. Diamondback, probably my favorite card in this deck because I just love this card. Diamondback is a really, speaking of, if I were to switch anything, it'd be kick out Surge, put in Chameleon. Not gonna cap. Having a double, having a double Diamondback on a location would be so troll. I like Diamondback. She's really great. On reveal, afflict enemies with negative power here with additional 2 power. This is a lot of points. This is a big stick whenever you do afflict the whole location. Just be careful not to stack all your own ongoings into one location, because if they enchantress you, you're going to feel really bad. Hazmat. Just a really nice burst for Ajax. Usually you play her towards the end of the game. When their field's full, you just boop, kind of poop on them all and kind of watch their, numbers dwindle and yours go up because Ajax is like, this is like Ajax's biggest steroid. So, awesome. Rogue, to counter out ongoing guards like Luke Cage, Iron Man, like just pretty much anything ongoing. If it's a problem, even like Cerebro 3, if that's even like a thing you're going against, just steal it. Rogue is really good. Unironically, probably the most annoying card in this deck for your opponent to work around because if you steal something valuable, Luke Cage, Iron Man, whatever their strategy is around their ongoing card, if they're running an ongoing card, they will instantly forfeit because, well, unless they can steal it back, they're gonna lose. So this card, I love this card. This card is so good. Man-Thing, just there to dominate space. If they're running anything small, like, and they're stacking it in a corner, you win the location. Brood, Lamau, hit it with a Man-Thing. Watch how stupid they look. I really like Man-Thing. I think Man-Thing's a nice lane winner. He's a nice 4-drop. He's a really nice 4-drop when your opponent's trying to just spam out a bunch of stuff. It's great. And Ajax, the biggest thing that we have, because we have nothing else to really run right now for like size. Like, the only thing about Affliction that sucks is that our only real sizable unit is Ajax. Nothing's really pushing those numbers up like Ajax, right? I mean, I guess you could say Anti-Venom if you run Anti-Venom. Like, there are some sizable things. It's just not super sized like Ajax. Ajax can get really nasty when you have a full location just inflicted. Like, multiple locations inflicted, this guy's going to look really nice. Even if it's yourself. Like, if you're playing a game, you don't have to loot cage because you're winning all the locations anyway. Screw it. Make them bigger. Make them bigger. Ajax is cool. But yeah. Also, I did just like literally switch out Surge with Chameleon just because I think just having a double Diamondback or a double anything ongoing in a location except for like Luke Cage would be quite funny. Mostly for Diamondback because I think double Diamondback would be very good. You could, in theory, also aim to try to, since we do have turn 7, double Man-Thing, which would be kind of funny too. You know, whatever that ongoing card is, whether it's Diamondback, Man-Thing, I don't think you can do a Ajax. It'd be kind of tricky. You don't have enough, like, unless you get super boosted in energy somehow, it'd be kind of hard to hit a second Ajax. You could also just Mystique. Mystique is a very optional, like, probably just as good, if not better, than a Chameleon pick. As long as you're playing the correct order, you could Mystique. The difference between Mystique and Chameleon is like very little. They're doing the same job. The only difference is Chameleon's slightly bigger, and you have to play him in the same location. Where with Mystique, you have to play her wherever you want. Honestly, Mystique would probably be better to pair with Ajax. Probably. But I like Chameleon, so it is what it is. But yeah, there's the deck. Enjoy the games and watch Rogue troll her opponents because Rogue is actually like pretty awesome. Subscribe for more.
Such is my judgment. Snap! Behold my mighty hand.